Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we're back to The Walking Dead, the final season. I listened to the last recording, the audio sounded a lot better. I just made a slight tweak to turn up the in-game audio a little bit. Listening to this music as I was getting ready to record, it is very iconic, I suppose. This is the music that is the standout piece for the Walking Dead series, with the exception of the vague memory of season 1 with Lee and Clementine, which I assume Lee is not going to show up in a flashback or anything in this case. Like, I think at some point they teased that we would see Lee as a zombie, but I don't think actually did. Yeah. And then, thinking about some more, I am of the thought...
I guess we're gonna find out. Let's find his office. I know where it is. I'll show you.
Very echoey, intentionally echoey, because it's a big echoey room. That's
up here.
Environmental design.
Come on, Clem, this way. Hey, AJ, wait up.
I'm thinking what happened here is that they killed the adults. But I think there's probably several incidences of totalitarian dictatorships happening, and they are
Hey Clem,
bringing in the
Thanks for the
safe
infos.
zone,
I missed having colors.
like
Sure
that
thing.
way they don't get
Who are
caught
these
by
guys?
seen by adults.
They're firefighters.
Hmm.
That one's a policeman.
Hmm.
She's gonna save the day.
But what are they?
These were the people who protected us.
Where are they? I've never seen one before.
They died at the beginning.
They all died a long time ago, trying to save everyone. Oh, they were weak.
What? No. They were brave. Strong. Now, give it to me and...
No, he's mine now.
Hey, give it back.
No.
You don't even know what they are.
Okay, that's enough, you two. It's not yours anymore.
Let's see.
It's mine. No, it's not.
Oh, she is missing a finger.
Thanks.
A digit on the finger.
Do you know where Marlon is?
I don't know. He should be around. I can go find him.
That'd be nice. Thanks, Ten. Look.
There
Hey, what'd
definitely
you find?
is an
It's a
experience
picture.
here
Of Marlon and Lewis.
of
They're so little. Wow, they've known each other a long time, huh?
of AJ just not being very smart, as it were.
Marlon? Stay back.
Yeah, I guess maybe you shouldn't run away from a dog.
What the hell's going on? Hey, it's okay, dude. There you go. You said dogs brought back bad memories. Sorry. I didn't realize you were so scared of them. But I swear, Rosie's not as frightening as she seems. Sit, girl. See? She's harmless.
It's kind of crazy that the
She just
dog's
needs to get to know
still
you as a-
alive when they're running out of food. You'd think you'd either
Here.
let it
Show you.
go free and
Do you trust me?
scavenge for itself.
Rosie. Sorry. I promise she's not gonna bite.
Alright, we should trust him.
Okay, I guess.
We should show a sign of trust. We've done it once
Get down
before
on
in the
level.
game.
Better get your scent. It's okay. She's not gonna hurt you. There you go. Now whistle. Tell her
See,
to lie down.
even Clementine...
Lie down, Rosie.
Even Clementine really was not allowed to learn the normalities of
That's so
the old
cool.
world.
See? Not so hard.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
But
Now
see,
Rosie will recognize you. She's really well trained.
the thing
She was
here
the
is,
headmaster's dog.
I just don't
Back when this
feel
place
like
was still functional.
this was going to be
When the world
a.
went to shit, he bailed. All the other adults did. Left us behind to fend for ourselves.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
Wow, what a dick.
Understatement of the century.
Yeah, I don't
Now
feel
it's
like
just
this
us
is
kids
going to
left.
turn into a romance, though,
And
between
I'd
you
like
and,
it if you and AJ
between
were part of it.
Clementine and
Both of them are plenty
Marlon.
capable, and we need
They
that.
may hint a tease at that,
Here.
but if they do that, then they're going to try and put a very difficult
This is the
decision
current
between
state
of
our
us.
plan for gathering food.
And
We are starting to run short. It's getting harder and harder to feed everyone in this school.
yeah, if it's AJ versus other people, don't go near the river, which I assume there's a bigger reason for that, or there could just be a whole bunch of dead bodies there. We have a hunting area. We have a river that is a runoff river.
That's the train station. There was a whole stash of food under the floorboards.
Oh, where you crashed your car. Pretty sure that place is a lost cause. There's a hell of a lot of smoke coming from it when we found you two. Walkers flooded in there after all the noise you made.
So this is one of these scripted scenarios also where you're just not going to be able to do anything at all until you go forward, and there's no secret like thing you're supposed to notice. I feel like there is a level of more intelligent things to notice here, like he's put his name on the nameplate and such, but I just don't think that is the case, really. So they have a whole trapped area. Wait, let's look at the greenhouse.
Greenhouse.
Oh, yeah. Well, don't get too excited about that one. We used to maintain it real well. Had plenty of vegetables growing. But it became overgrown. Upkeep was impossible. Yeah, we keep away from that now.
Interesting. Why would it become overgrown? Yeah, there's a real problem with the idea of kids running a society
What's out
because
here?
Oh,
they're
that's
just going to be
little fish.
weak and tired and
Storage right
unfocused compared
Right
to
along the river.
adults who
It's secure mostly.
are
Occasional
going to have a
walker
little
or two
bit
come
more
by.
strength
Vine Brody should be heading out there in a bit.
and a little bit more, hopefully a little bit more logical for their own self-preservation. But we saw in the 100 Days DLC at the end of the first game that even that didn't really work. Like, nothing works in the Walking Dead universe other than just constantly moving, constantly scavenging, constantly trying to
Didn't realize how
go,
much forest
like,
surrounds this place.
they were trying to go
Ourselves
north
running
for a
our
while,
attention
but
for so long.
apparently they gave up on that
For the most part, anyway.
to colder areas where they thought maybe the zombies would freeze and not be able to reach an area. But the more north you go, the less food as far as animals exist. And nobody in the Walking Dead universe has embraced the idea of specifically like eating insects, because that would probably be your best solution, is learn how to make cricket flour and eat bugs.
That's the only road that leads in and out of Erickson. If you go off it, you'll eventually end up in the valley. We used to have signs that led people to the school, but I took them down. Wanted this place to be hard to find.
There's definitely a point here where it's not going to be that hard to find. Obviously, there's going to be maps, and there's a road leading somewhere, obviously, so you'd have to let the road itself become overgrown.
And what's the trap area?
hunting grounds, more or less. Lewis built some traps out there to catch game. He and Sam are set to go check them today. One more thing. See these red lines?
Yeah.
So everything inside is the safe zone. It's been getting smaller over the years, and food's become more scarce.
So, why not go outside it?
We can't. Whenever someone goes outside the safe zone, bad shit happens. People die or disappear. I just... I could really use the help, Clementine. Taking care of these kids, it's not easy. I'm worried that if I don't figure something out,
it does seem like maybe he's just scared to go outside the safe zone.
We've already lost so much.
But I also wouldn't be surprised if there's just
siblings. I can't let another kid die. It could break us.
I get it. I know how it feels to lose a friend.
Yeah. Well, multiply that by 30 and you'll know how I feel.
What?
Huh. Shit. Sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to come off.
So he's lost like 30 people, which is
everyone's counting on me to step up.
Arguably probably about the same number of people around Clementine throughout all of these stories that have died.
Be that for them. You and AJ are 2 more mouths to feed. But maybe you can help me feed the rest.
So what do you need from us?
They don't even mention the river
Lewis
part.
and Sam are heading to the hunting grounds, looking for rabbits. Well, Sam will, anyway. Lewis, just hope he shows up, if I'm really being honest. Violet and Brody are going upriver to do some spearfishing. And hopefully, those 2 get along long enough to get some work done. Both teams could use some extra hands.
So this is our first major split here. Do we want to go fish with Violet and Brody or hunt with Lewis and a sim? And it doesn't matter. Like, the problem with this final season more than anything is we've seen Telltale's tricks. If I choose one, I will see the other location and it will just be slightly overrun with zombies almost certainly. So do I really care? Not really. Particularly when I assume that Violet, Brody, Lewis, and Asim are all going to be killed at the end of this, and pretty much everybody's going to be killed. Maybe we can save Tennessee, and that's about it. And so then the only real decision is information and how do we best serve ourselves, and it would be much more cutthroat to go to a sim and get a sim's perspective of what's happening here, because he's not in agreement with Marlin and the safe zones. It does really feel like that outside the safe zone there probably is another group of people, of adults, that are getting the kids and probably treating them better, or taking care of them better.
Let's go do some hunting. Yeah.
Also, I don't think
Take this.
she's
Don't want you getting lost.
actually skilled
Thanks.
You need all hands on deck
fishing.
if you're gonna find any more food. Just remember to stay in the safe zone. We need you to come back home in one piece.
So that means we could stay?
What? Do you think I was gonna throw you out?
Maybe.
Well, as long as we got enough to eat, you're both welcome here.
They really missed a trick
Get
here,
'em, AJ.
where
All right,
there could have
let's get
been
going.
some dream
See you around.
scenarios in between, where Clementine dreams that she's just in a regular school. You could depict her in like a Catholic schoolgirl uniform, not the sexy Catholic schoolgirl uniform, but just like this is a nice school type uniform and a different type of life for her.
Sometimes they get caught in the snares and shit, though.
It would be
See
a
her
nice
living on a tree,
B
traps
narrative to potentially tell, but we've not really seen very
So
many
watch where you step.
dream sequences,
I can
except for
handle myself.
like one
I'm basically
in the
a
entire
ninja,
series, and they
skilled in the craft of martial arts.
Thanks for the warning. Careful around those, okay? Okay.
so we have to
Y'all are no fun.
I'm just trying to be nice to everybody. This is the same pattern of behavior I feel like I've tried throughout the entire series. It's just
Someone's
trying
a
to
little jealous.
stay on everybody's
In my
good
defense,
side
I
until
totally
it
get things done.
completely falls
I just
apart and you
prefer
can't
to
do
think
that
survival
anymore.
is more of a day-to-day task. So, you know, don't sweat the technique.
What about everyone else? We need to work together as a team.
I mean, sure, yeah, sometimes.
You act like you're the only one with a strategy. Play the long game. You gotta have plans B, C, and D.
Here we can hear zombies
And
crawling
what if you
around.
don't make it that far?
Shut up a second.
She didn't tell him to be quiet fast enough in my book. Yep. There is an anime called High School of the Dead that runs in a very different way and kind of just
Hey, check this guy out. He's like a walker pinata.
embraced violence and extremism.
Cut it down, fix the
But
snare, and let's
certainly
go.
that
I
does
will. Eventually.
hint at the
If you want food for the kid, I could use
different
a hand.
ways
Or
you could do
you can
these
mess around with
stories.
this idiot and starve. It's up to you.
Oh, you can starve. So dramatic.
Yeah, we can see he's a. Alright, well, let's go help this guy. And let's not step on any traps.
Come to hunt? I hear something rustling around in here.
Yeah. Well, see, I guess we have to decide, do we want to leave what's his name with the with the guy? See, worst case scenario here, I think AJ accidentally shoots the other guy, which I don't care about, so I'll help this
Let
guy.
me help you out.
Thanks for
I
taking
trust
this shit
AJ.
seriously. I'll never understand that idiot.
Plus, the reason we came here was specifically to pump a sim for
You
information.
good shot?
Yeah.
Good. I'll chase him out of the bush.
Is
You
she?
shoot.
When did she learn that?
Last time I was out here, it looked like
Man,
one
there's
of the
so much of
rabbits
this
had some
game I don't
babies.
remember.
Not sure how many are still around, so careful where you shoot. Aim for the parents.
This was also a problem, certainly, with the
You weren't lying. You're a damn good shot. Gonna need a few more like this if we're hoping to eat, though. I saw some others run this way.
I could accidentally shoot this guy. But let's not. As the adult, let's not, or closer to an adult character, let's not immediately
nailed
kill
the
a
thing.
sim. Although that would work
Clem, come here.
fairly nicely with our food reserves if we started to slowly kill off everybody, but I think people would immediately blame the outsiders. So if somebody ends up dead, and almost certainly someone will, we're gonna get blamed.
It's a baby.
Well, all meat is good meat.
It's not enough. Release it. Let it get bigger.
I'm hungry.
So am I. But we'll be even hungrier tomorrow if we don't let him go.
Tomorrow doesn't exist, dingus. There's just today. And today I'm hungry.
This is an obvious
We're
thing.
hungry.
Let the babies go.
Are you gonna do it? I can't watch.
Like, we still intend on killing it brutally and eating it later.
Bye, Bunny.
Really? What are we supposed to eat tonight then? Ah, I get it. I wouldn't want to kill a baby bunny either.
You'll thank me in a few months.
If we live that long.
The only other thought there is you
Alright.
could have
Well, the snare's all
taken the
been
baby
reset
bunny
and are
with
ready to
you
trap
and put it
things.
in the greenhouse
We
and
good to
have
go
it
now or what?
eat the
Thanks to
live
Clem,
in
we
that
got more
area.
than I expected. Not enough for everyone, but enough to
I,
smile about.
I feel like there's a scale
I'll
certainly
take this
here
back. You two should
with
meet up with Brody and
the
Violet and
way
see if
they're
they manage to
animating a
snag
lot
any
of the
fish.
bunnies.
This isn't gonna be enough for the whole school.
I like fish.
That's great. See ya.
Follow me. The girls are probably near the shack.
Do you like fish?
I once ate a whole shark.
No, you didn't.
Man, we really just jump from scene to scene. This really is a writer's story more than any other game I've ever seen, where it's just like jump cut to the next location, jump cut to the next location. Of course, a lot of that I think is due to the fact of the Telltale engine, that it's just bad. It would have been so much better had they just been using Unity. But they didn't, and Skybound Games may very well try to remaster all the games in Unity.
Wait,
I don't think you'd want to use Unreal for one of these engines for this type of game. Unity
Clem,
makes a lot more sense,
lock's
particularly
busted.
as tablets.
We might not be alone.
You should give the spear to AJ, although he has a gun, which is, I guess, a further distance weapon. But AJ noticed that.
Holy shit! This place is wrecked.
The whole scenario is like,
all our supplies are gone.
yeah,
I'll take a
the
look
girls.
around outside. Hold tight.
Clem having girlfriends would be nice.
Maybe.
But, like, whatever
Cigarette.
happens.
Hand-rolled. Is this a Bible page?
Clementine?
What the hell happened in here? Do any of the kids smoke?
Nope, nothing to smoke.
No sign of our thief.
Thief?
Yeah, I'm a little surprised about
Oh,
that.
shit. We just walked a mile of river and the traps were all empty. No fish. None.
Someone robbed
It's
us?
a little surprising
great.
that they wouldn't try to
Now we're gonna
grow
starve.
some marijuana.
Fuck. That's...
Although I don't know if kids would know how to.
Fuck. It's just... Fuck. It's okay. It's... Breathe, Brody. Come on.
I,
Come on.
You're gonna be fine.
Fuck. Come on.
I'm gonna try and stay quiet to see if she's gonna admit that she knows somebody. It's not really my point to tell her just to take a deep breath,
Take
but I
a
will.
second. Breathe in deep and hold it. Just shut the fuck up, okay? Excuse me? I have to tell Marlon about this.
We still need food. You know, to live. We definitely don't have enough here.
You guys figure it out.
So what do? Eat rocks?
You can't eat rocks.
I'm aware.
Will Marlon kick us out if we don't find food?
Well, let's not find out.
Where else could we look?
Let me think.
So immediately we're gonna have to either go south of the hunting ground or to the train station. So this map is kind of useless because the save zone ends right on the edges, so we don't even know like what's over here or what's at the bottom. And we're getting very
The
repetitive
train station.
to go to the
It's
train
not
station.
too far from here.
I don't know. That's pretty far outside our perimeter.
There was food in there when AJ and I passed through. It's worth a look.
You sure there was food?
Positive. Yeah, some of it was destroyed in the explosion, but there has to be something left. There was so much there.
All right, fine. Lead the way.
A grenade went off. Like, the whole building is potentially burnt down, would be my guess. Now it's
There,
nighttime,
That's where the food is. A lot more walkers than last time, though.
so we should just
It's either die here or die from hunger.
make a
Take your pick.
decision here. Are we gonna save the guy or
Maybe
the
you should
girl?
scope things out. You know the place better.
Let me get a closer look. Can't be too careful.
Honestly, I feel like we should probably just get a car and try and run away.
I used that bell to attract a walker before. Could try it again.
They do like to follow sound.
We barely got out of here. It was close.
Sounds scary.
There's a reason. Could climb up there, but I don't know how that would get us inside.
Be nice if you could knock the whole thing over onto.
The noise from that bell could draw a lot of walkers. If one of us climbs up there and starts ringing it. Lewis. I vote Lewis.
Hold on. I'd like to make an alternate suggestion.
Come on, Lou. You're loud, dramatic, a little annoying. You're basically a walking distraction.
I think you mean charming and theatrical. Entertaining is another word that comes to mind. Charismatic.
I'm just gonna stay quiet here.
Feel free to jump in and defend me anytime, Clem.
Just get up there. I'll go with you. Give you some cover.
Fine, I'll do it. But if I die, I'm making sure Walker Lewis eats both of you first. I'll distract him until I see you guys reach safety.
The two
I'll try to redirect the
people, the
smelly
couple
patrol
that
to
had
give you
taped
guys a
themselves
chance to
down are
spread the
pretty
secret.
nasty
When we get
at the
in
beginning of the
position, I'll
story.
signal you.
They
And you can do
basically
your thing.
booby-trapped
Good luck.
the whole facility to blow people up and potentially turn more people into zombies for no good reason. Like,
Hey, ugly.
they,
No, not you. Not you either.
they basically said that they were going to, if they wanted to kill themselves and make themselves walkers, that's fine. But they could have left all the food on the front of the. They could have left all the food on the front doorstep. They could have left a note saying, "This is all the food we have. Please leave us alone. We're just dead here."
So far not dead.
It kind of feels like they're
I'll let
both.
Lewis know when we're ready.
There's nothing else to even do here. It really goes to show how little video game there really is here. Is that it's just like move your mouse to this point and press A.
What is he waiting for? Come on, come on. Fucking
But
Lewis.
had he just
give him a second.
attracted all of the
We may
people
not have a second.
at the same time, that looks like that might be the girl of the couple. But yeah, instead of just leaving all the food that they had and wouldn't need
Okay,
in
agent
a secret
Anderson,
location,
food and get out.
Sounds good.
they locked the door, they put the key on their belt. The only thing I could think is it could be a case that this actually was not. Interesting, that one's already dead. I thought that one was dead. I suppose it's also worth mentioning that when they ran out of the building the first time, they ran to the right when there was really no reason to. They could have gone down the stairs on the left, which was a shorter path. But yeah, unless it's a situation that this note is made up, they taped these two people together and then poisoned them and then booby-trapped the whole
These
thing.
will be perfect.
Clem, look.
Try it out. See if it works.
A self-lighting lantern like that.
Gonna need your help on this one, kiddo.
So
You still got your gun?
now instead of
Just in case. Just in case.
instead of having him crawl through the window, we're going to have him crawl in an even more dangerous area. Yeah, the only other thing I could think is that there was somebody, a third person, who maybe was using this facility also
Good job,
to
AJ.
hide
Is
food.
there more?
Give him the bag
Keep it coming.
so he can drag the whole bag. Take the jar of food. That's a reference to That banana in a jar is a reference to Sam and Max.
Stand. Slowly.
Sam and Max is...
Don't yell. Don't try anything. I won't hurt you. I don't have to.
Let's see. Who are you? Let's try that.
Who are you?
The name's Abel. And I'm hungry as hell.
It's very on the nose to call him Abel, and he's
You and
smoking
your friends
cigarettes
made
from the
a lot of
Bible.
noise out there. Wasn't hard to follow. You live close by? You knew about this place already and organized some effort to get inside. So you probably also knew the stash was there.
Just passing through. Decided to see what we could scavenge.
And you just got extra lucky.
But see, if this was a guy who knew the food was already here, there's kind of no point to that. That wouldn't make sense. Maybe the zombies knew about him and were trying to blow him up.
You got a group? Count you plus the two outside, I'm thinking maybe more. You got a camp in these here woods?
Tell me about your group first.
I miss the days when we were all so goddamn cagey. It's just me and my ugly face out here. Lonely, ugly, and hungry. Now, I'm gonna fill this pack real slow.
We worked hard to get this stuff.
Well, hey there, Squirt. Playing hide and seek, are we? Now that's impolite.
Don't steal from us.
I'm not stealing. This isn't yours.
I can kill you, you know.
Come on, kid. I'm faster than
Let him go. I think it's too
Listen
many
up,
zombies
Squirt.
out here.
You're gonna quit pointing that gun at me and let me go my Mary. You understand?
AJ, lower the gun.
Clem, he's stealing our food.
Alvin Jr., now!
Wise woman.
Clem, we're running out of time. We need to get out of here.
See, now's the time to
I
attack.
was just leaving.
But clearly, if he's going to be the bad guy, he's going to be the bad guy for a
Thanks
while.
for dinner.
Who in the fuck was that?
Just take a bag and fill it up. We still got food, and we can deal with him later when we're not surrounded by a ton of zombies.
What happened in there?
Just move.
Yeah, running with a meat cleaver is probably a great way to accidentally stab yourself or someone else.
You are not listening to me. Marlon, listen to me. I am telling you, the place was ransacked.
It's fine. We'll deal with it.
Marlon is in denial, obviously.
Took y'all a while.
How poor are they?
Which
that
I
have
guess-
not patience?
I don't think we're gonna do the same thing where we have to distribute food.
Sam! Mitch!
That would be very
Check it out!
repetitive.
Food! That's like a lot of food. Observant as ever, Mitch.
I can't believe this. Look at it.
You're our savior, Clem.
Wow, I didn't think he
Like,
could actually.
seriously, it's a lot.
Let's see.
Lewis and Violet helped too.
Neither of them ever brought back this much before.
Neither have you.
Where did you find all this?
The old train station. Clem knew where it was.
Train station, that's outside the safe zone.
We'd have even more, but we ran into the creep that fucked up our fish traps.
Creep? What creep?
Clem saw him smoking those nasty-ass Bible cigarettes.
He had weird, different colored eyes.
Did he? I didn't even notice that.
Did he follow you?
No, I let him have some food, and then we lost track of him in a swarm of walkers.
You just let him take our food? What the fuck?
I wonder if he's
now
like
he
her
knows we're out
father.
here and he'll come back for more. What the
Yeah,
hell were you
that's
thinking?
the point, is that we need to be prepared.
This is fucked. How could you be so stupid?
If I hadn't done what I did, he would have shot us. I made the right call.
Bullshit. What if there are others? You don't
Your
know what
relationship
people are
with
capable
Brody
of
has
out there.
changed.
Think again.
I just can't. I won't. Just not again. Fuck!
What the hell's going on here?
She took them outside the safe zone. They saw someone. You know what that means.
Enough! Just means there's a hungry guy out there looking for food. It's happened before. You are overreacting.
You can't be serious.
Come on, let's go somewhere and talk about this.
See, this is definitely a case
If anything happens, I'm holding
where
you
a lot of these
responsible.
people are, a lot of these kids obviously are not emotionally stable, which is not surprising one bit. Like, you can't turn them into
Clem.
little robots.
I know I asked you for help. You did. You did. But... shit. God. Nothing's easy.
Sorry I went outside the safe zone. I
Apologize.
didn't see any other option.
Yeah, I know. This is hard, keeping this together.
Yeah, you should just
Well,
always apologize. Do whatever you want, then
as for you,
apologize
Jedi,
later. That's
For the
Pretty.
next few, I'd wager.
pretty much what you would do.
I'll go talk to Brody. Thanks for the haul, Clem. You guys should go enjoy it. You've earned it.
Would it make much of a different
Don't
story
sweat,
if this was an actual prison with
Ever
actual
since we
or
lost Sophie
or a
and Minnie,
psychiatric
Rudy's been
ward?
freaked out by anything that happens past the safe zone.
Um,
She'll be all right eventually.
Still, we should make
and
sure.
I
this
don't
is a
think it would
one-time thing.
change that
We'll
much.
take Rosie out in the morning, see if she catches a scent. You know, just in case.
I'm gonna
I,
go
I,
clean up.
I don't think it really does change the story much. Like, these could be
I think I'll go
literal murderers that,
See you later.
like, this could be a universe where the whole, where
Don't worry
each of
about
these
them.
kids is
They're just
a
sad.
serial killer, and
Sad.
in this new world, it doesn't matter.
My sisters died around this time last year. I think it's starting to get to people.
Doesn't it get to you?
Not really. Dying's not scary. I mean, it's sad, but not scary.
Let's just listen to him and not respond.
I try not to focus on them being gone. I like picturing where they'd be now, instead. Sophie was awesome at making stuff. She'd build a place big enough for all of us to live. And paint it too.
In the background of
And
that
Minnie be
picture is
playing
basically
whatever new song
Clementine's
she wrote.
house where you found her.
I guess that doesn't scare me because I know I have something waiting on the other side.
It's an odd religious
Someplace
belief.
safe and happy. All of us together.
Looks like a nice place to wind up.
Yeah, I think so too.
Of course,
a lot better
there's a
than some
danger of
smelly old school.
encouraging him to just kill himself,
Who are
but
those guys?
frankly, in a world
The
like
walkers
this,
who
it,
killed them,
it doesn't matter.
You want them there too?
they weren't always walkers. Wherever this place is, everyone gets to be a person again.
Like,
Sometimes
honestly,
I
it makes a
draw
lot
the
of sense
walkers the way
to
they
just
probably looked. Sometimes I draw Minnie and Sophie the way they probably left them. But sometimes I draw this too.
Can I be there?
Sure.
like, yeah, in a world zombie
You wanna be there
apocalypse,
too?
like encouraging suicide is probably
I promise
fine.
I'll draw you well. You just gotta hold still.
Sure.
Sure, why not?
Suicide pact. Everybody drink poison.
Oh, I almost forgot. Here you go.
It's yours.
It's ours.
So we get another thing we can stick on the wall and decorate our room, which definitely makes
It's
it seem like
getting
we're gonna stay in the same
Yeah.
room
You
throughout
guys
the
should get some
entire
sleep.
4 episodes. But I
Aren't
wouldn't be
you
surprised if
coming?
that's not the case.
Not yet. I want to finish this first.
Good night.
See you tomorrow.
It's so ridiculous nobody is asking about the whole face thing. Like, hey, how did you get burnt, or were you born like that? Like, it's really crazy that AJ wouldn't ask that question in particular. We need to sneak around a lot more too. We need to see if there's zombies trapped in rooms or dead bodies in rooms.
Time for bed,
There's a
little
whole
guy.
bunch of creaky
Can I
sounds.
stay up?
Nope.
2 more minutes.
Tell you what, you lay down, and then we'll see. You got in bed by yourself.
Where'd the toy come from?
I like it here.
Somebody stole that
We gotta go
toy out
hunting.
of the trunk
And there
of the
was
car.
so many rabbits to shoot. Whoosh.
Which means somebody else went past the safe zone
It's
without
nice
us.
not driving everywhere or running away. But the ranch was nice too. Before the blood.
This isn't the ranch.
Yeah, and I barely remember what they mean by the ranch.
Do you like it?
I don't know.
I like it. Now that I'm used to it. There's games and the walls make it feel safe.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say
It's
for
good
now.
for now, but places change, and so do people. It might not stay good. Don't worry, we're not leaving.
Clem,
Yeah?
you let that mean man go at the station. You let him take food from us. It wasn't right.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. Don't be mad at me for saying that, though.
Let's just say I'm listening.
No, say what you want to say, AJ.
If we let people take from us, it makes us soft.
So you're so tough, huh? Who's Mr. Softy now? That's what I thought.
Like,
There, you
the
gotta
the
stay up
problem
2
with
minutes
having
more.
only
Time for sleep.
I'll lay down when
only
you blow out
4
All right,
options in
give
your
me a minute.
dialogue is you really don't get to say what you want to say. At a certain point, you never get to say what you want to say in a game, but that's
There.
We
that's
have
true.
to water
But
flowers.
Not these. They're fake.
So they never die?
Never.
Well, lucky flowers. But they're not as pretty.
yeah, we're gonna spend probably a decent amount of time here
There.
That's a
hanging
good
up
drawing. He's a good artist.
Your picture
and
is good too.
decorating things,
I
and
know.
then the whole building's just gonna burn down.
So cute.
And let's see, look at the backpack.
So used to lugging this everywhere. Never knowing when we'd find any supplies.
She
Feel
needs a
lot
bigger
lighter.
backpack. If she can hold one. There's more things. I suppose we might still have the crowbar.
Those don't look like the other ones.
Because these are real flowers.
The kind that need water?
Bingo.
Make sure to give them some.
I know.
Don't forget.
I won't.
Good. I don't want them to die.
Well, they definitely are going to eventually die. Is there any other things to look at? Like, in a real game, and it's sad to make this comment, but really it is. In a real game, you would think you could just walk out of this area and walk around the entire school, and that there would be a whole schedule system program for every single character as far as what they're doing. You could sneak in different places and take different actions. Something close to like a Persona game might come to mind. And yeah, you just don't have that here. This is interesting fire suppression system inside of a building. So I did have the deer skull. Interesting.
That's cool.
I thought they were gonna forget about that.
Like, really cool.
This kind of makes you think like a zombie will eventually come through this door. And that'll be that. It's also very weird to have like floor radiator heating with big pipes coming through the walls, then water fire suppression systems inside of a building, but also built into the plaster ceiling. This really is just a total collection of ridiculous, like, commercial and residential building. You wouldn't probably have a fire suppression system crossing the line with all the electrical, and it's weird that the electrical is also not inside the plaster walls. This looks like shiplap walls, but you look inside of here and you've got like the big thick gas pumping coming from the ceiling, which it almost certainly wouldn't be coming from the ceiling, and just more pipes than you would ever actually need. But on general inspection, I imagine most people wouldn't recognize that, but it does stick out as somebody designed this room not giving it much of a thought or not knowing how buildings would have been built. And yeah, I don't think there's too much here.
I'm not sleepy.
Liar.
And then you look out in this side. And I would never want to stay inside of a room that has an exterior wall inside of a zombie apocalypse. Let's see. Let's go to sleep.
Good night, sleep tight, don't let a walker bite. And if they try,
I never let them bite.
Come on, play it right. One time.
Bang.
Good work. And thanks.
See, they're just not pointing out that there's something weird here with the toy. See, now you can see her finger missing. So I guess that happens no matter what, regardless of your decisions eventually. They skip over the idea of bathing. I don't think these guys ever really do bathe.
What's that?
Which is fine. Like, I doubt anybody's really itching to see Clementine clean up. A lot of fire dangers.
What the
Certainly
hell?
using candles, but they would probably do it.
There's voices in the pipes.
I think someone's in trouble.
Is it us?
No, not right now. But we should help them.
If it's a monster, we should kill it.
I don't think it is. You got your gun.
How dangerous, I
right
wonder,
back.
it is to actually sleep with a gun. Probably
Stay
pretty
safe.
dangerous. There is also, I suppose, a point here that
You okay?
They sound mad.
that he
worry.
very well
I'll
might
find
not
out
be
what's
able to
going on.
put enough pressure to consistently hold a gun and aim it and pull a trigger.
tonight.
Yeah. Does sound like they're arguing. If these were older adults, I would half expect us to be a subverted expectations, and they'd be making out, and I kind of half expect that too, is that they'd be making out or just straight up having sex as the teenagers.
No, it's getting quiet again.
Like, so still can't check these rooms, which I am very suspicious is just far as all of this. All of the doors are locked. I'd want to see every single room. I'd want to know what's in everything. This is a metal door, which probably means something. It'd be funny if they're just watching a movie or something.
Just a little farther.
Twice now we've had the whole game turn into just following the noise. And I assume this is just looping. Yeah, this seems much more angry than I believe. This is the basement.
Basement.
Marlin clearly wants
It's locked from both sides. Can't pick it.
Wants to have secret conversations.
A cellar door out in the yard.
Yeah, a bunch of juvenile delinquents would have probably smashed a lot of this building, more than even what we're seeing.
According to the map, there should be another entrance to the basement around here.
I can't really blame people for not really wanting, the kids not really wanting to end up under the thumb and control of random adults, considering they would have been under the thumb and control of random adults anyways. When they were in this home, which I suppose it could be a big twist where we find out that none of the kids that are living in this school actually went to this juvenile delinquent school. Which the idea, certainly though, of them potentially being in this school just puts kind of a scarlet letter type black mark on them on top of normal. Most adults at this point in the zombie apocalypse probably would not want to take care of any random kids, but particularly ones that could be trouble. And we've got a brick. But certainly they're going to be mad at you. It's a little, if you break the lock, it's a little crazy how there's nobody at watch here. They just locked the whole place up at night. I mean, if it's that easy to not get the attention of a random walking zombie, I mean, that's ridiculous, because you'd almost certainly have a zombie just outside your gate randomly. You can hear him pretty well here, even though we're not getting subtitles. Like, we could just hear this. Yeah, I imagine all the kids, or at least all the older adults, specifically killed all the older kids specifically killed the adults of this facility, which, like, I can't really blame them that much. Like, I really, really can't. Frankly, I wouldn't really kill a bunch of. I wouldn't really even blame a bunch of juvenile delinquents for killing the adults if there wasn't a zombie apocalypse, because every story I've ever seen, and maybe it's not true, but I'm pretty sure it's true. Every real world anecdote. Let me rephrase this. Yeah, every real anecdote I've ever seen as far as the system of kids in boarding schools and juvenile delinquent facilities or just in halfway houses have always been these horrific stories, and I can't really blame the kids who are mostly victims of abusive parents to then be put in a system that is also inherently abusive. Garbage in, garbage out, as it were, and it's no surprise a lot of them might turn to violence. Guess we're stuck now and we have to break it. That's gonna wake up Rosie for sure. She needs better lockpicking skills by far. I felt like she had that at some point. Like, the only thing I could think...
We don't even know for sure it was them.
And he got away. How do we know he didn't follow them? You know he's not alone. Those bastards are back, and it's only a matter of time before they find us. You know that shit.
Nothing to you.
Probably should just stay back and listen.
There you go again, getting so mad.
What do you want me to do? You're making me mad.
Oh, we have to tell the others about what you did.
Who's there? Show yourself.
Clem!
What are you doing down here, in the dark?
Brody and I were just talking. Go get some sleep. You deserve some shut-eye. You had a busy day.
You're not getting rid of me that easily. Tell the others what?
Please, this is a private conversation. Okay? It doesn't concern you.
Seems like there's just
The
a
man
furnace.
you met at the station. We got history.
Brody! Don't listen to her, Clem.
So unless they just
She's
burnt
acting
a bunch
crazy.
of bodies.
She gets this way sometimes. She's just got to tune it out.
Don't be afraid, Brody. Say what you have to say. What history?
Marlon let him take the twins. Him and his people.
Brody!
10 sisters. I thought they were killed by walkers.
That's the story we told everyone.
Shut up!
Because Marlon was so ashamed of what...
Shut up!
What'd you say?
I'm sorry.
Shit! What have you done?
So sorry. You're gonna be okay. I promise. God damn it! Help! Why did you say it? I told you not to say it. Please be okay.
What can I do, I suppose?
How? What can I do?
Just stay with her. There's a first aid kit down here somewhere, right?
First aid kit? Brody, it's me, Clem. Just stay still.
Who? I can't see.
Clementine, remember?
Clem, you're in danger. You and AJ both.
What danger?
Marlon will kill me if I tell.
Wow, this is running terribly.
He's scared. And when he's scared, he gets angry.
Brody, if there's a threat to AJ, you have to tell me.
Everything is so faint. I can't feel my legs.
Please, try and focus.
If those raiders come back, Marlon said he'd let him take you.
Take us?
To make him go away. Like he did. Like he did with 10 sisters.
Brody.
I don't know what the Raiders are doing with the kids, though.
Oh, fuck. No. What the hell am I gonna do?
I think we kill him at this point.
She's gonna turn.
Marlon! Marlon, you son of a bitch! Don't do
I'm
this!
sorry. I can't let you talk to the others.
So yeah, he's just desperate to stay in control that he's willing to sacrifice everyone else.
There's a gap. If I could find something really thin, I could force it in there and lift up the latch.
I don't think so. Not the way that latch clasp is.
Find anything in this dark. Yes, flashlight. That'll help.
So do we not have any weapons? Take that bottle, smash it on the zombie's head. Probably wouldn't do too much. Man, it's so common. You can see her body's missing now. She's already walking around. Here we have something labeled as Hera. Let's see.
Wait, maybe. On both sides. Marlon must have the key. Damn it!
Okay, so going straight for the light. It's probably not the best move, so let's just go straight for the dark. Basketball. Just reused 3D models. That didn't really accomplish much. One of the things about the zombie virus seems to be that it weakens the bones to basically goo.
Yes, this'll work.
Of the zombies fairly quickly. Let's see, should we take a side trip now that we have a flashlight? We're in a different location than where we were. It jumped us into a different place. Yeah, the only thing I could think is that maybe is that a doorway that's being blocked by a table? Oh no, it's just a really long table. Maybe Marlon is just playing like he's the king with a small group of people.
Hold!
These action sequences, I really don't know if they're any better than this is basically not gonna work. Like, I don't know if this wouldn't be better than just a quick time event, frankly. Oh, it did work. Alright, so we grab this and then we smack her in the head some more. Which inherently does leave room for them to say that just keep on smashing. now Marlon can claim that it was Clementine who killed her instead of him. Now, if she's dead, I'd search her pockets for weapons. The camera's all bloody and red.
AJ, put the gun down. Get this fucking psycho away from me.
Interesting. Will the dog attack?
She murdered Brody.
Interesting.
Is that blood on your face?
Why Brody?
Did you see it happen?
Is she a walker now? Hey, Marlon! You might want to get your story straight. Clem! You killed Brody. You hit her so hard, her head split open.
That's a lie! I saw you kill her!
What the hell is going on?
Look at her hands! She's covered in Brody's blood!
Now's the point where we either convince the group or we just have AJ shoot her. Too late for that one.
We saved their lives when anyone else would have kept walking. We fed them, we kept them warm, and this is how they thank us. Guns being pulled and murder. Well, fuck them.
Fuck!
Marlon! Jesus Christ.
You shoot me? And what do you offer up to your raider friends when they come knocking?
What the hell is she talking about?
Don't do it, because he needs us alive.
Shut up.
Brody told me Marlon was gonna give me and AJ up to raiders in exchange for safety. The same way he gave up Sophie and Minnie. Oh my god.
Shut the fuck up, Clementine. Let her talk.
Brody told me the truth, and that's when Marlon killed her.
Come the fuck on! They only met up with these raiders because Clem insisted they go out there. Quite the coincidence, isn't it? Shame I don't believe in those. Think about how scared we all were when the adults left. I pulled us out of that fear.
I think we're gonna end this episode fairly
Who are
quickly.
you all gonna believe, huh? Johnny come lately and her little fucking lunatic? Or me? Your friend?
She did help us get food. What good is food if a group of outsiders just gonna come along
Let's
and take
appeal
it?
to Violet.
I'm just saying.
Man, this is fucked up. You have to believe me.
You don't! You met her like 2 days ago!
I don't know you, Clem. Not really. I'm sorry.
Let's see.
This isn't like you. I know you're not weak.
Don't let her get in your head.
That might be the wrong response.
Hey, Minnie wants you to do. She was my friend too. So was Brody.
Clem, Shit.
And we'll all feel safer once I pull this trigger.
Let's see. So now he wants to kill
You
him.
were there that day those raiders came? He would have abandoned you two.
Relationship with Violet has changed.
Violet being difficult. Why am I not surprised?
Put down the gun now. We're gonna do this the right way.
Stand down, Marlon. Be reasonable.
So we succeeded, but I kind of feel like this whole thing would have pretty
get
much
it.
happened.
You don't understand at all, do you? I'm trying to protect you!
Yeah, I'm trying to protect you as I'm pointing a gun
All
at
of you! Every fucking one of you!
How does pointing a loaded gun around protect anyone? Brody's dead. Sophie and Minerva are gone. suck at protection.
Shut your fucking mouth! I made the right call. I saved the lives
So
of
should we try to
everyone in
piss
the
him off
fucking
and
school.
make him shoot somebody?
Back, I do it again.
Excuse me?
I didn't realize we were so fucking expendable, dick.
Told me they died!
I had to save the rest of you, okay?
You gave my sisters away. Why would you do something like that? I trusted you, Marlon. They trusted you.
A real leader would have sacrificed himself.
I wanted to get them. Stage some kind of rescue. Honest, Ted, I just couldn't. I was too afraid.
You killed Brody because she knew.
I didn't mean to.
And see, you're in this weird position
I wanted to save all of you.
where you can either try to save everybody or you just try and kill everybody quicker.
We can still fix this, Marlon. It's going to be okay.
We can make this right.
We're probably just pushing him to kill
We're
himself,
all family here. The only one any of us
shoot
has
himself
left.
in the head. And at a certain point here, I guess they're just casually overlooking the fact that this is just teenager on teenager murder and violence.
I know I betrayed you. All of you. Just let me leave. You'll never have to see me again. Just let me become a bad memory. Just give me that. Please.
No, you're a prisoner. Let's go with this option.
Fine.
What? I aimed for the head.
Yeah, and I gotta applaud that. Like AJ aiming for the head, killing the person who's the bad guy, who would have almost certainly been just a pain. Refresh to download latest choices. Let's see if that works. Unable to connect because the servers have been shut down. So yeah, we've got credits here, and we'll just have to go with what you would see the game as it is now instead of the stats, which them running servers that have stats is really not that much work, so it's kind of a shame they shut them down. But when you go bankrupt, that's pretty much what you have to do. Is that you can't just keep the servers running unless some company is going to buy out the remains of a bankrupt company and run the server stats. I think AJ's in a better place. It's psychotic, certainly, and we tried to give him a normal life, but this is not a normal world, and a normal life is going to get you killed. So we've left AJ hardened. AJ was resolved to sleep under the bed the first night at the school. He was disappointed that you let Abel get away at the train station. So we probably could have left him a little bit more hardened if we wanted to, but I think even if you hadn't done this, he would have shot him in the head. You left Violet feeling guilty. She was pleased after you complimented her fighting skills. Violet was flattered after you confronted her in the dorm rooms. Comforted her in the dorm rooms. I'd say the music over the credits here too also just goes to point out a problem with budgeting in the Telltale games, that you would buy actual songs here and have them playing instead of having somebody compose the generic Walking Dead music in maybe a different variant and playing that, which would have played way better right now. Like if we were hearing the standard sad Walking Dead music, it would make a lot more sense than this. And maybe you play a song like this at the end of the entire 4 episodes, but you don't do it. Shouldn't do it after that point. It's also worth mentioning, it really has only been about 3 hours for an episode, so you're talking a 12-hour game at most. You left Tennessee feeling resentful. Like, you're not going to win them all, clearly, in a game like this. Tin was understanding of your hesitance when you first met him. When you allowed him to draw you, he generously gifted you his drawing. Brody is dead. Interesting, it doesn't just say you left Brody dead. I can't imagine the story splits where Brody isn't dead unless instead of unless somehow you killed Marlin and made him a zombie and then Brody gets shot at the end of the scene. That is a possibility, but it really wouldn't have mattered much. And I think they probably would have had a desire to have Marlin hit a girl way more than Brody hitting Marlin, although we did see Brody push him earlier. She was appalled when you downplayed the encounter with Abel, which, who cares now, she's dead. And inherently that's the problem with all of these relationships. This isn't Tennessee is resentful. Tennessee is yet to be dead, but we know he's going to be dead in the game. Violet feels guilty. Violet's yet to be dead as far as how you know this really is going to go. Best case scenario, AJ survives and that's it. Maybe we'll keep one person alive that takes over and takes care of AJ after Clementine dies, but I really wouldn't pick any of the characters in this school to be the people that should be in charge of raising AJ. Lots and lots of credits. Lots of people worked on this game, all very quickly out of a job. Yeah, Lewis maybe would be a good pick to teach AJ some different types of perspectives, but Lewis is almost certainly going to die. You left Lewis heartbroken. He felt lonely when you chose to hunt rabbits with a sim. When you told him about killing your loved one, he sympathized with your pain. And Marlin is dead. Marlin was relieved to be forgiven for his actions towards the twins and Brody. He felt proud when you trusted him with Rosie. He's dead. So, and then you have this whole second group of people, which this kind of does feel like a lot like the 100 Days, where at the end of this story, everybody is probably going to be dead. So Omar was glad when you checked in on him before dinner. We barely had any interaction with him, and he'll step up in the future episodes to then get murdered also. Ruby was disgusted by AJ's bad manners at the dinner. She's probably going to be dead fairly quickly. Mitch was happy to show off the weaponry skills to you, which Mitch probably might be a survivor. In fact, he might be a good candidate to take on AJ if we learn more about him. But then as we learn more about all the characters, we'll start to see their flaws. And the Seam apprehended you, appreciated, the text is fairly small here, that you helped him hunt rabbits. I feel like Asim is going to potentially step up and be the new leader unless they want to make Clementine the new leader, and I don't think that would be a good pick. Willie was fascinated by you when you met him for the first time, which I don't see any way that you really would have been able to changed that outcome, and you learned how to bond with Rosie and with Marlin's help. So Rosie, as the dog, is going to stay around for probably more episodes. And we collected 5 out of 6 items during the episode, which, okay, I guess that tells us that if I was going to try and get achievements, and I'm not sure I care enough about getting achievements, I would have to go back and replay the episode, which I think at a certain point that would also be questionable, because I don't know if this is going to be one of the Telltale games where you can jump to specific sub-chapters in the episode, or if I would just have to play the whole thing over again, and that would definitely not be worth it. Even playing a sub-chapter may be not really worth the effort, just to get collectibles, which are just going to decorate a room, which I guess we're going to keep the room for a while. I don't want to hit A at this point, because this very well might just jump into the next episode, and we're an hour and 20 minutes in, so that's going to be it for this recording. Do I have any major regrets in our decisions? No, throughout the entire Telltale series, since it's a game, I really don't care, but like, I haven't really regretted too much. Often I think maybe there was 1 or 2 regrets where I hit a button and thought it would say one thing and it actually said something different. The people I sided with, I think, were as decent of people to side with anyways. Abel's clearly going to play a bigger role near the end of the story. I imagine we might get quite a different story in the next episode, because if they follow the pattern, the next episode will be written by someone completely different who wants to potentially tell a completely different type of story. And so the characters may feel out of character and weird and awkward, as it has been in the previous seasons of The Walking Dead. But yeah, I can only really so much predict more misery and leave it at that. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to further follow me on any social media sites, there's a bunch of links down below. And if you want to support me further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.